to start up with? Let's do our recap. Who wants to recap?
I can, provided
Great.
no one has
Frida? Awesome.
watching all of y'all. Okay. So, we began with another Star Trek episode, ship versus a lot of other ships, unfortunately. So, we had people we started out in various stations. I was at captain's chair, Logmoth was our pilot, Miradar was our comms, Lornell was our engineer, and Morgan was our gunnery. So I believe there were 3 to 4 additional ships, 3 ships. Excuse me. And we were already pretty damaged. We got into a fierce battle with them. It wasn't going pretty well. They also started boarding our ship as well with some mine flares and some of the little mine dog things. So Miradar took care of that, and eventually Lornell took care of that too. We had a lot of crises, forgot the words, in which our hull was breached multiple times on that one. And some unfortunate other ones. Luckily, we handled all of the crises. We took care of most everybody on the ship. We realized that their guns were way more powerful than our shields and our remaining health after that were, so we decided to just book it. And with the amazing finesse of Mogmoth, we just escaped. We still had 2 bad guys on our ship as we were running away, so they decided we need to go back to our ship. They tried to escape. One was slain by Mogmoth, but the other one did manage to escape. Without lack of trying, from Mogmoth, Morgan, and Glornell on a magic carpet. So, with Mirador taking over piloting, man. And I believe that is where we left off, was us coming to a new place with a town to resupply, I think is where we are now.
Nice. Yeah. So Mogmoth, on some reflection, with that mind flayer that survived to tell the tale, you actually think that you 5 might be pretty high value targets for them. You remember in the slave pens, they would have like their basic slaves, like, whatever, farmers and like, Umber Hulks and dwarves and Durgar and all that kind of stuff. And every now and then they got like a competent spellcaster, and they were super excited to grab those people as slaves. So you're just like kind of spinning over in your mind as you're piloting the ship, like, we just painted a big old target on ourselves.
You don't think we made them like really afraid of us? They don't want to come near us?
Yeah, give me an insight check for sure.
13?
If you had like wiped out that other mind flayer and like just left a bunch of floating corpses, that might have sent a message. But the fact that one of them was able to escape and tell the tale suggests that you're like just valuable enough, but not like so dangerous that you just wipe them all out. So your intuition is that they'll be after you.
All right. Mogmoth will communicate this to Frida the next time she's up in the captain's area or the pilot's area with him, and he'll be like, "Oh, Frida, on further reflection, I'm a bit concerned."
Oh, that just like that email. Dear Professor, I am scared.
Yeah.
Well, we never thought this would be easy, Mogmoth, but we can't exactly stop. So we just gotta keep going faster and hope we can keep winning those battles.
I can't stress enough to you, how much I don't want to go back to the mind flayers.
I won't let that happen, Mogmoth.
Right, well, I won't either, Frida.
Pact. We'll make sure that we don't get enslaved by mind flayers. Good pact.
Excellent. And then, yeah, I think that I think it was Glornil who was actually like, do we have to put up with this shitty ship? Like, can't we just make it better potentially? And yeah, especially in the Border Far realm where spelljamming ships are how trade is conducted and people get from place to place. You all surmised that, as a matter of fact, yeah, if you could find some place of civilization that might be able to be a place to equip the Dolezal more effectively and make it a better, more potent vessel to keep you safe. I mean, potentially you could even like trade up your ship. You're not sure what the options are. And as you're pursuing the map on this flow that Morgan has indicated that this is where the pieces of the portal are, you pass by a relatively small moon sized object. You see a couple of large bodies of water. You see some forests, some mountains, streams, lakes. It looks like a pretty nice place. And then you also spot a few towns on this small moon. So I think you all decided to try to port into this and see if you could update the Dolezal to make it a little bit tougher.
Do we have any sort of funds for aboard the ship? Because I know as characters we don't have any money. So okay, so
no money.
Excellent.
Yes.
So
yeah. I mean, think about that, Frida. You're like, okay, I got this beaten up ship. I don't have any, finances. What are you envisioning in terms of like bartering to get help with the ship and maybe get repairs and get it buffed up, etc.?
Honestly, like, all I'm concerned with is finding the pieces. I'm not looking for a big old ship that can handle, like, once we get the pieces, like, and get through the portal, I'm done with this ship, essentially. So I'm not into this whole, like, if, like, we got a little bit of time. You guys can do whatever you want, a little bit of time. I turned, stop. No, stop. I actually hit the workout button. I am not. So all I really want to do is get our ship back up to snuff. If it could be like fully healed, that would be great. But personally, I'm not here for a big old battleship.
And what are you envisioning in terms of like how to negotiate that? Like, what resources are you all thinking that you have that you might be able to offer to this little moon?
Could do some spell casting services, or like Mirador can create food and water. I don't know how valuable that would be.
How do ships normally heal themselves back up to like say the whistling meteor, if that got hurt, would we have to go to a civilization and get that fixed, or is it like a person that just you long rest the ship?
No, the small jammers and the spell jammer can heal themselves. Every other ship needs repairs, so you put it into a dry dock. Experts put it together, etc.
Okay, well, if there's any sort of short quest, like this is going to be a fun balancing game of how much time Frida's willing to like give in order to move on to the next step, but we can't get out of this godforsaken place if we don't have a ship to ride anyway, so we have to do a little bit of work to get us there.
I've been known to earn a gold or two from a friendly audience.
Oh, well, what's your skill, Mogmoth? What's your talent?
Well, you'd have to get me on stage to see, wouldn't you, Frida?
Okay, all right. Oh, maybe there's a tavern around this place. We could get drinks. We can watch Mogmoth do their thing. And potentially we'll just gamble our way. Gambling always works, guys. Let me tell you, back in the Belusian sphere, I was a great gambler. So good. This is like top notch.
On a similar note, do you think we could find like a competitive fighting ring or something that I could like enter for a few rounds? Maybe there's prizes. Maybe we could gamble on it. Like,
And that way, if you
Actually,
lose, we get to watch you.
Bar might be a good
Anyway,
place to
so it's a
find that out.
win-win.
Actually,
I've always
Miradar and Morgan both know from their travels in the Border Far Realm, this is 100% a thing that is out here, is gladiatorial combat.
Ooh, I've always wanted to say, put 20 gold on the dwarf.
You could get your chance.
Why a dwarf specifically, Morgan? Just why? It's a dwarf.
Well, everyone knows they're great. Well, everyone knows they're tough and they're great fighters. I mean, it's just a logical bet. But people underestimate them because they're small, and that's wrong.
Renee is happy or Renee is pleased by your statement, so Frida will let it
I
go.
mean, it's possible we could find somewhere for you to scrap out a fight, Glornell, but it's usually like gladiatorial style. So
Bring it on. They first fought a dragon the other day. Like, I think I can handle whatever, they've got running around on this rock.
He's got a point.
that is a fair point.
If we
I mean,
if we made you out to sound like a terrible pugilist, we could drive the odds up.
Well, I mean, I see where you're coming from.
Or we could go
but-
the other way. Have you go against the other guy, bet against you, and then you just take a dive.
Oh, I think I'd rather go with that first option than the second if we had to.
especially
Well, we
if it's
could split the
gladiatorial
difference.
combat.
We
don't-
could make.
Yeah, you later. It's fine.
Well, we
it's a
could-
I'm the
win-win
opposite, totally average fighter.
Yeah, we could make Glornell out to be an underdog, and then that'll be a long shot. That'll pay out more.
That's
That
an
was the
even
first
better idea.
Guys, we can do a couple of different options. I mean, this place is small. How many different errands do they actually need people to run? We might need a couple different avenues of gold.
And I can provide spellcasting services for anyone. I could, create some food if need be.
And I can identify magical items for people and do research.
And how much is that going to pay for you?
Yeah, Morgan, that's what got you stuck here in the first place and having to hitch a ride with these chuckleheads. You were like, oh yeah, I provide valuable services that everybody would want and is highly in demand. And then you got abandoned in somewhere in the Border Far Realm and had to hitch a ride with these guys. So, you might still, you know what though, you might still believe that. Like you just didn't find the right market.
There's lots of things that I can do that people would pay for.
Doubting that. I'm just saying, how much is the problem? Ships are expensive, especially if we want to get it back all the way to the top, and this place is small. There might not be a lot of errands, so we might need to be doing a lot of different things.
Healing services are potentially always in demand.
Oh yeah, everybody's always getting sick and hurt.
Especially at the fighting pit.
I think we're actually losing money at this point.
So speaking of Mogmoth, you plot a course to one of the towns on this small moon. And as you are on approach, they hail you.
Who's on comms?
Usually me. Incoming hail. Should I go ahead and answer? I bring up the thing.
Okay. Are you going to do audio or visual?
What would be customary practice?
I don't know that Miradar knows, to be
But
honest.
they haven't.
But go ahead and roll. Give me an insight check.
19.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Whatever the default when Miradar hits the button, if it comes up with audio, then
Well, last time
Just video, no
Roll
audio.
roll a d6, Miradar.
Okay. 6.
Okay, yeah, you bring up visual. The illusion comes up on the deck of a person sitting in a chair. They're kind of in front of a bunch of controls. They look up at you and they say, Nautiloid, class ship. Please confirm that you do not have any mind flayers on board.
Oh, definitely not. We don't want any of those here.
That sounded so sus.
Very well. Welcome to Surath. Please land at the dockyards, and you will be met by the ground crew.
All right. I assume everyone heard that. Is it like a speakerphone type?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. You guys are all on the bridge at this point coming in.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, you guys fly over this town. It looks relatively small. You estimate maybe less than 1,000 people. You see people kind of bustling around. There's a clear spaceport here where you see a variety of other ships that have landed. There's 2 ships that are there, a damselfly and a tradesman. There's about 5 open areas for other ships to come in and land. Mogmoth, no problem, easy to come in and land here. A variety of people kind of scamper out and secure the ship and whatnot. As you guys are debarking, you are met by a creature which, again, Mirador and Morgan, you recognize as Mind Flayer adjacent, but you've encountered these species before. They're like not to be offensive, but like a degenerate Mind Flayer. Like they're like Mind Flayers that have lost all their psionic abilities and are just like trying to get along, just like anybody else nowadays. So they're not necessarily evil, and they're not like bent on enslavement the way that Mind Flayers are. You've heard them called Uglals out in the Border Far realm. These creatures, and they're usually like they're just like any other person trying to get along. So as you guys debark, you see one of these Uglals, the same tentacles. Their skin's not like as purple. They kind of have this like yellowish mottled kind of skin, which is one way to distinguish them.
And does Mirador have any idea like what their relationship would be to like normal Mind Flayers, like Uglals?
Yeah,
versus,
give me a history check. Yeah.
7.
7. Yeah, you've got a pretty decent grasp that the Uglals are like a breakaway race potentially of the Mind Flayers, and that you're not sure how intentional that is. If they were maybe a splinter group that rebelled and were like, we want to be individuals, because you do know about Mind Flayers that they are all like controlled by a central brain, basically. Whereas the Uglals are very much independent-minded creatures, very much like humans and dwarves and elves. So it's possible that they were some kind of splinter group. It may reflect some kind of divergent evolution where they lost their psionic powers for some reason, then kind of made the best of it. You know that there is significant animosity between the Uglals and the Mind Flayers. Like they kill each other on sight, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. I approach and signal hello.
This creature kind of emerges and says to you in common, I am Rock Harvest. I am the ship dock captain. What can I do for you?
We simply seek some repairs for our ship. Some materials so that we may repair it.
He kind of looks up at your ship. He scans it. He's like, yes, your ship is taking significant damage. We have the means to repair it, but you will need to speak to Vanda. Unless you have coin. What sort of coin do you have for repairs?
Not a lot of coin, but we do have other services and such that we can provide.
Best to speak to Vanda then.
Point us in that direction, and we'll be off to do so.
He kind of turns and directs, like, there's a couple of dwarves that kind of come up, and they're just doing like basic, securing the ship and figuring out what all is going on with it, checking out the holes. Rock Harvest points you in a direction, says, Thunder can usually be found at the last inn. She is our nominal in charge dentist.
Dentist?
Yeah, they took care of your teeth. He opens up, and he's just got like a beak behind his like tentacles. So like he opens up this horrible beak. He's like, not helpful for me, but for most of you, maybe.
Are we gonna
Wow,
have to
person
sell
in
our
charge.
teeth?
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not
think that's
selling
how this
any of
works.
Mine.
Okay, I'm getting a little concerned when you say, we don't have coins, so we gotta go visit the dentist. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here.
Too bad none of us have gold teeth. That would solve both of our problems.
Okay, Rock Harvest and his crew kind of take care of things. You guys head in the direction they pointed you. You get to a stone building, 2-story. A couple of small windows. It's mostly like a pale stone. There's like a dark stone around the windows. It looks like actually a pretty nice building. Hanging off the front door, there is a wooden placard that's basically like a wooden depiction of this building, as well as the name The Last Inn. You guys walk in. It's kind of, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry. As you are coming in towards this small moon, you did spot a fairly large star not very far away that is shedding some light here. And in that light, you did notice there are a variety of other bodies around it. So it looks like you've maybe encountered like a small solar system, which so far in the Border Far realm, you have not encountered anything that's like centralized around a source of light and heat. So it seems like this is maybe a little bit more of a stable, traditional area of space where there are plants that can grow from photosynthesis and have animals and like all that sort of thing. So this town is actually, kind of familiar to most of you who have been in more civilized realms of the multiverse. Going to the Last Inn, you see it's like mid-morning by the time you guys land, according to the amount of starlight coming in and sunlight. And there's not too many people here. You do see there's a human bartender. There's a couple of people just at scattered tables. And then there's one table that has maybe 4 or 5 people. They're all kind of hanging on the words of a female gnome that seems to be like holding court sort of thing. Like you guys get the vibe that she's just like the cool kid that everybody wants to be around is your impression of this little female gnome.
Yeah.
I guess we need to get in line.
You guys
Is there
all
room
like,
around
like,
that table, or
like-
could we like go sidle up to that table, or are they like packed in around it?
I mean, there's only like 4 or 5 seats at the table, so like if all 5 of you like walked up, it would be obvious. But
Okay.
give me an insight check on this social situation, Mirador.
8.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, you think like going and introducing yourself and saying like this is who we are. Rock Harvest told us to come and talk to you. Like that seems like an appropriate move to you.
Okay, and was the name of the person you told us to speak to Vanda?
Vanda, yeah.
Vanda. Okay, cool. Mirador is gonna stroll over and say hello.
Nope.
Morgan's gonna go with her.
Great.
I'll go too.
As she approaches, she's gonna say,
You guys like me as
Vonda?
captain, and you make your own decisions anyways. So what the fuck?
Not on the ship anymore. It's a free for all. We're relishing in our newfound freedom.
I didn't even choose to be captain. You chose me to be the captain, and you're like, fuck you. We don't care if you're the captain.
Okay, great. Yeah, you guys head up to Mirador goes up, says hi. This female gnome kind of looks at you, gives you like a kind of quirky smile. She gives like a look to the other people that are sitting at the table, and they all disperse. She gestures at the recently vacated chairs, says, "Hey, please have a seat. You look like newcomers. Hey, I'm Vanda. Who are you?"
Hi, I'm Morgan. Thanks for letting us sit with you.
Yeah, have a seat. Pull up a chair. Take it easy.
Rock Harvest sent us your way.
Oh, he's such a great Luke. He does a good job. Mirador, Morgan, wonderful. And you are? He gestures towards Glornil.
Glornil.
I'm Frida.
Morgmoth, pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well, hey, yeah, have a seat, you guys. Do you want a drink? It's a little early. We can get some tea. Whatever you want.
That's
Does
all
she
right.
seem sincere in her niceness?
What is your insight bonus, Frida?
Scrolling up. +4.
Yeah, you get the sense that she's just like super cool, and like you're like, oh, this chick is badass. Like, I kind of want to be her friend, really.
Okay. Sits down.
Oh my god, I would love a cup of tea.
Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get you one. Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple patients waiting for me, but they'll be fine. Like, they know that like my schedule is pretty flexible, so I'll deal with it in a little bit. Yeah. So what brings you to our little moon of Patrath?
Well, we recently ran into some trouble, and our ship got damaged a little bit. We were hoping to at least fix it up to what it once was, potentially make it even better, but we'll start with getting it to where it was before.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That sounds terrible. Rock Harvest can deal with all of that. Like, he charges pretty fair rates. So what'd you guys negotiate with him for the repair costs?
Well, unfortunately, money's where we run into a problem. But a bunch of us have different skills and abilities that we can put forth to errands or other sorts of deals. Gestures to other people, because I'm gonna that is
Are you guys
stuff.
like, hey, wait a second. I think Frida, right? You've got that thing on your eyebrow. You're like adventurers?
Mogmoth kind of puffs his chest out and he's like, "You got it. That's us for sure."
We have been on many adventures recently together, yes.
That's so cool. Every town like has its problems, right? Surath, I'm not like really in charge, but like people like bring me all sorts of problems, and I talked to Rock Harvest, and we were like, hey, we got to deal with this. So tell you what. If you guys are adventurers, we do have problems, and if you can help us, maybe I can take care of the repair costs for you. Because again, people look to me to be in charge and take care of things, so I feel like somewhat responsible for that.
What sort of problem did you have in mind?
Well, it's actually a little bit embarrassing. but I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you.
A dance off. I got you.
There's a stray bard that's been really obnoxious lately. If you could clear him out.
Yeah, there's a bard that's kind of striking up, or like they're just like tuning up kind of thing in the corner. Vonda says, "Well, okay, so you guys know about Dr. Mild, yeah?"
Does it ring a bell?
Does
I
Morgan?
don't believe we do.
Yeah, Morgan Miradar, give me a history check, please.
Can I do a history check also? Oh, I'm not from Far Realm.
Yeah, you're mostly in the somewhere else.
18.
-1. 13.
Yeah, you guys have no idea who Dr. Mild is.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are kind of new around here.
Okay, so do you know where you are?
Oh,
First of all?
yeah. I mean, broadly, yes.
You know where we're going is our main thing.
Okay, so you guys, it looks like you came in on the Ideon flow. You know you're in the Ideon system?
That's news to us.
Yep.
We do now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're in the Ideon system. So there is a creature who kind of runs things nominally, I suppose. Dr. Mild. And Dr. Mild, there's not like a lot of taxes, that sort of thing, but Dr. Mild does insist on, like they want to do experiments on people, and sometimes people object to that, I guess. So
Without their consent?
well, I mean, no, like Dr. Mild gets consent, like for sure. But it can be a little problematic, right? So anyways, Patrath has not been doing a very good job of sending Mild subjects. So Dr. Mild sent a Ridleyor to take stock of things, and Ridleyor has been a little bit of a problem. It is like taking people off the streets, and this is where like the consent thing you mentioned is maybe not cool. Like taking people off the streets, subjecting them to experiments, abductions have increased, and so Dr. Mild is getting what they want, but the people of Surath have come to me and like, hey, Vonda, what can you do about this? I'm like, well, Dr. Mild sent the Ridleyor, so it's like the Ridleyor's job, and Dr. Mild's like ostensibly in charge of things. So like, I really don't feel like I can do anything about it, which sucks. Like people are upset about this.
That's terrible. You can't experiment on people who have been kidnapped. I mean, willing volunteers is one thing, but
well, I mean, it's maybe okay sometimes.
Does that name Ridleyor ring any bells for any of us?
Yeah, anybody can roll a knowledge or intelligence history check. Let me know if you get less than a 5.
Are all of us rolling, or just like?
Yeah, anybody can roll.
Okay.
25.
Did you say 25?
No, less than a 5. Morgan, the name, 25. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you guys have no idea. So Vonda's like, so here's the thing. Like, if I act out, like everyone's gonna know. Oh yeah, Vonda dealt with this Ridleyor, and then they're gonna like Dr. Mild's gonna know, right? Dr. Mild knows like pretty much everything that's going on in the Ideon system. So that's gonna bring some repercussions down, which I'm not very cool about. But adventurers, if you can keep it on the down low, I can maybe spot the funds to take care of your ship. And if you can deal with this Ridley ore, that would be nice. I think people would like that. They would appreciate it. It would be very cool.
Discretion is our middle name.
I'm going to like.
Wow, Mogmoth, that's amazing. Thank you for that. I love it.
I'm going to elbow Frida, just to nudge her to get her attention and say, "Talk to me later about something. I need you to do something for me."
And Miradar's in asking Vanda, like, so that you keep saying this Ridley ore. What is a Ridley ore?
Well, you can see it. It like cruises around Main Street. You can go and just like check it out. He's got like a little bit of a retinue, and it just like, I think it's doing Dr. Mild's orders. Like it just like grabs people every now and then, it in its retinue, and then takes them away for experiments. And like, I think that it gives them drugs or does mutations. I don't know. It does all kinds of crazy stuff. So you can go like see it, and I mean, I guess you could say hi. It usually doesn't like talk to people though. It just usually like, you know, yells at them and like grabs them.
So you want this done with some discretion, but if the only place we're seeing it is in the middle of the street, I think that's going to draw a lot of attention in a town like this.
I think the discretion.
Well, you know, let me talk to Rock Harvest first of all, because I don't know what all your guys ship. If you got like a huge capital ship, like I don't know if I have that much money to spot it. Let me talk to Rock Harvest and see what kind of repairs you got. And then, you know, we can like work out how to maneuver this. But yeah, if you guys just want to like go have a seat out front, like it'll probably be by eventually. You can check it out.
But is she saying that, like, is she looking sketchy? Like, the sudden thought has passed through my head of like, have we just been kidnapped? Are we being like set up to offer for this dude? And like, could Glornil like pick up on anything like that? Because this suddenly seems to Sarah like a trap.
Glornil, what is your insight bonus?
My insight bonus is +1.
You're getting some dodgy vibes. Maybe you're like, I really don't want to get abducted, and this sounds like I might be getting abducted.
Hold up, because I mean, we can explain to you what repairs our ships presumably needs. I mean, we know the kind, we know the damage.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Like, yeah. What do you need? Probably Mogmoth is the most qualified to, or Glornil on engineering as well.
Yeah, I'm the engineer. Yeah.
Mogmoth also says
about,
like.
You're the engineer because we had no one else to be the engineer, not because you are an engineer. Let's be specific.
I have embraced the role, okay? Hidden underneath his body, like engineering for dummies, and it's like very highly annotated.
Just because you sit in the chair.
That's okay.
If you can get us the lumber, I could do a goodly portion of the repairs myself.
Okay, yeah. So you guys tell Vonda the repairs that you need. She's like,
but I will specifically say it's obvious the damage is obviously not enough that Rock Harvest didn't think you'd be able to cover it for us.
Sorry, say that again.
Rock Harvest sent us your way, so obviously the repairs couldn't cost more than he thought you would be able to cover for us.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Like, he knows what's going on. So yeah, I think what you're describing, and it sounds like you need another like weapon system as well. Like, you seem like really underpowered that way. Maybe some more sensors. Yeah, I think Rock Harvest and I can take care of you if you are like willing to take this Ridley ore problem off of our hands. Like, the people would love it, and then they would tell me, Vonda, we love you. and it's just like a continuous back scratching, right? Like I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and everybody's back gets scratched. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Oh,
So
You
let's
did
start
mention-
strategy then.
You did mention it would potentially bring down some repercussions. Would those repercussions be directed our way?
I mean, probably.
What do the other people look like? Are they watching this interchange between us and Vonda?
The people
Oh,
who
like
were
the
at
other
the table.
patrons in the inn?
Yeah. Are they paying attention to this? Is this like, are they eager? Do they want this to happen?
Go ahead and give me a.
Anyone
give me a
broken away to leave?
Give me a
before
perception
them?
check, Frida. What's your bonus in
Perception?
perception?
Oh, just tell you that. Another +4.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll.
Okay.
So what I'd like for you guys to tell me today is your dice roll and your bonus.
Gotcha. Rolled a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking around. Looks like nobody's paying
Okay.
attention.
I didn't know if this was like their standard. We offer the newcomers in order to save our own townspeople. Is my
Yeah, you don't really notice anybody paying attention or doing anything in particular. You do get your tea.
We'll be taking on substantial risk if we go after this Ridley, or I think an equitable arrangement would be you give us the lumber just for trying, and if we succeed, you equip us with a weapon system.
We can have that conversation. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception, Magma, or persuasion rather. Sorry. And again, roll plus your bonus.
The roll is 16 and the bonus is 8.
Oh wow. Yeah, Vonda's like kind of nodding, like, like, if you guys are successful for the lumber, that seems okay. I could go that way. I mean, really, like, what I would like is like for it to be dealt with, and so I can help you out as much as possible. But if you can't deal with it, that's cool, I guess. You're adventurers, right? So you know the score. How can I help? What do you need from me?
Does this Ridley come out at night?
No, not really. It's just kind of, I think it's on a random schedule is my impression. People obviously like don't want to be around when it's like cruising the town because it's just is like going to grab them, So I think that it has like gotten wise to that and is like trying to like be a little bit erratic. So it's not more like nighttime or daytime.
Does it
Stealthy, or will we see it coming?
What's that?
Is it stealthy, or will we see it coming?
Oh no, it's like I mean, there's like it's like on a floating palanquin, like levitating through town with its retinue of goons. Yeah, you can't miss it.
Does it like one experimental victim more than another?
I think it likes Uglal and Lost Ones. It seems to not grab as many like dwarf halfling. It's difficult to know if that's because there are fewer of them or if it doesn't like them as much. So, I think you guys are like prime, like, yeah, like I think it would, if you want to like set a trap, is that what you're thinking? If you want to set a trap, I bet you could do it. I bet you could do a really good trap. Like that's something adventurers do, right?
Idea.
Yeah, you use bait. If you use one of your bait, that's great. Thumbs up for sure.
Now,
You
we
said
can't
we'll
reveal
know it when
all
we
our
see it.
secrets.
You said we'll know it when we see it in the street, but we don't even know what it looks like.
Oh, it's like this big blob. It's like this big white, fat, humanoid, blobby thing. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Pretty gross.
And its retinue. What's its retinue?
They're these little things. They've got like 2 legs, and they kind of cruise around. Some of them have like a head that's like really pointed, and then they stab people, and then they fall unconscious. And then the other ones have like these really long, floppy arm things that like wrap around people to grab them.
That sounds like just your type, Mirador.
I don't know about that. Does this sound like some kind of crazy aberration thing?
Yeah,
The way it's
go
described?
ahead and do. God, I don't know what I want for this. Just intelligence.
All right,
Aberration check.
I've got a -1 to intelligence,
Great.
and I rolled a 15 on the dice.
It doesn't sound familiar. It does not sound like a normal creature. So I mean, you're like, based on the description, you think it's most likely to be an aberration, but you've not heard this
Okay.
specific thing.
Gotcha. And
Yeah. So are you guys on board? Can I count on your help? And then yeah, I'll take care of the ship. Yeah, we'll do the lumber deal first. We'll see what you guys think. And if it goes pear-shaped, it goes pear-shaped, right? Like, I guess we're no worse off if they don't know that we did this deal.
Glance around the group. Anyone noticing if anyone is shaking their heads?
I think we should do it. I mean,
What?
Anna's been really nice to us, and she's willing to help us out. And I mean, we need to keep going on our journey. Seems like the best way.
how long do you think repairs of that nature would take to add a weapon on and to patch up the holes?
I think Rock Harvest has some in stock. So it's just like putting on the hard point and then settling it in. So like a day or two maybe.
Okay. We just usually don't like to linger too long in one spot. We've got a lot of stuff to get to.
Might give us a chance to make some more money, though.
And afterward, you won't be getting on the telephone to Dr. Mild, letting him know.
No, it's in our best interest to like keep that information as slow as possible, because obviously we don't want Mild sending another Ridley or out here to deal with us. So yeah, so hopefully you deal with it and it's all just quiet and fine for a little while, hopefully.
Fair enough.
Based on my previous suspicions, does it sound like she's being honest here? Like, can I make an insight check of some sort on that statement?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll that, Gornale.
Okay. A 3, so for a total of 4.
You think that Vonda is generally genuine. You think that she might be playing a long game, and you don't know what that long game is, but you think that she's pretty savvy, and you're having a hard time decoding what's the ultimate outcome for this. You do get the impression that she's kind of wanting to like hand wave away some stuff.
You mentioned repercussions, and that obviously since we're taking on this risk, it's probably going to come onto us. So that we know what to prepare for, what sort of repercussions might the doctor send our way?
Oh yeah, that's a really good thing to think about. I mean, Ridleyors are kind of the doc's go-to that it dispatches when it has troublesome problems. So you might expect more of those potentially. I don't know how they travel, to be honest. I don't know if they fly on ships or if they just like go through the space or if they teleport where they're going to go. So you might encounter more Ridleyors. That's kind of the worst thing that Dr. Mild sends as far as we know. I mean, obviously if he takes an interest, like a personal interest in you, that's pretty bad usually. But to be honest, I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone who's actually met the doc for a long time.
We don't exactly plan on sticking around here for very long. Is his
Oh,
reach
it's
extend past us, or are
perfect-
we going to be good to
it's
go after we
perfect.
leave?
No, it's perfect then. Yeah, you're not going to be sticking around. I get the impression you guys got things to do. You got to you do your thing. We'll fix this ship up. You take care of Ridley-Or. You're out of here before Dr. Mild even knows that you're doing anything.
Well, we need our ship fixed up, so what do you all think? Looks around at table.
Really don't have much of a choice, do we?
Oh, we got this.
No time like the present.
So what's the plan? Are we gonna actually send someone as bait? Or are we just gonna wait and ambush the thing when it walks by? Thoughts?
First, let's get a look at it. See what it does. If it goes down the street and kidnaps people as it goes, let's kind of watch for a second and just to see how it moves and what it does and see if there's anything special about it, any weaknesses that we can see immediately. And then we can go and attack and rescue all the people and get our ship fixed and yada yada.
Maybe we can follow it to the outskirts of town.
Yeah, where's the Ridley-Or staying after all?
Yeah, I think it has it got a house when it moved here. It like kicked out the people who owned the house and took up operations, and I think that's where like its experimental station is too. Like in somewhere in there. I haven't been in myself, but yeah, it's like one of the houses. It's a nice house, not too far towards the outskirts of town.
Can you point us in that direction?
Break in.
Yeah, for sure. I can show you a map.
That would be excellent.
Oh, thank you so much, Vonda.
Do we really want to attack something on its home field advantage?
No, but we at least could know when we could see it coming and going. Instead of just waiting for it to randomly wander past wherever we happen to be, we could watch it and follow it out somewhere. Because presumably it's coming and going from its residence.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk to some of the people on the street to get an idea of
I think that's what
people observed.
discretion. Or discretion, not digression. I digress. This is discretion. So that means we're obviously plotting something that we should not have information about.
Yes and no. I mean, we're in a bar, word spreads around, people talk about problems, adventurers swing in wanting to, fix those problems. I don't know, I kind of get a feeling that a little extra information might not be so bad here. And I'd like to try to give Frida a look of I think I'm onto something and we need to talk in private.
Yeah, I'm
There's any way that I can I don't want to wink because that's super obvious, but is there as soon as we're not in Vonda's presence?
Yeah, I mean, she did say we could go outside and watch for the thing to go by, so we could presumably leave here and go take a look, and while we're outside
really
away.
Of doing this anyways, we just keep on our guard against all fronts, not just this given threat.
Yeah.
But we really don't have a choice. We have to proceed anyways.
No, I agree. Something's off. I'm getting weird vibes from her, and I'm a little worried that there might be more going on. She seems to kind of play the long game. And
for certainly is, but we still don't have a choice. So
true. I'm just saying we should be wary, be on alert.
Oh, but she seems so nice.
Yes.
They
It's all
always
fake.
do.
Yeah. They always
I-
put on that and then behind your back, stab you in the back, you know.
I suspect that we may be drawing yet another target on our back.
Mhm.
But if the doctor is the overseer of this system and we're only here so long as we are grabbing the next piece of the portal and then we're on our way, maybe we're out of their purview before it becomes too big of an issue.
That's my hope. Best case scenario, we can do this and be out of here. But just be wary. I'm wary. Something's up.
Yeah.
And as long as it waits until we're far out of the system before it blows up, and that's fine with me.
Yeah, I think these kind of repairs to our ship, if we're going to keep running into mind flayer surprises, we definitely want to make sure this ship is up to snuff. So I think this seems as good a way as any of getting that taken care of, even if there are some kind of other ulterior motives going on that we don't know. Yeah, there is something going on, and I don't know what it is.
I have some of my own personal suspicions, but I'm trying to balance it with what I would know in game and in character. What I would do in game and in character.
Yeah, that -1 int is just rocking it.
A little great. There's in the back of my mind of this is gonna be the plot twist. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do about that right now if it is, but
Renee and I think.
Yeah, we do.
Is it the same thing that Sam and I think?
That we're being gaslighted about our
yes.
roles?
Oh yeah, we think he reversed the roles.
Oh yes.
Our numbers are now the
We're very suspicious.
Have you guys been
Very
private
suspicious.
messaging each other?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been private messaging each other.
Me and Will have.
That's so funny.
We're like, do we tell the others?
Do we tell? Do we talk about it?
Yeah, me and Will have been messaging.
So we think Eric, we have a theory about your gaslighting. May we discuss real fast? So Lizzie brought it up to me, and then we kind of try to figure out exact rules here. But we think that potentially our rules are reversed, and he needs to know the mods because a positive mod would thus ruin your rolls. So he needs to know, so mentally he can be like, okay, a +4, that's kind of like a +1. So you roll a 1. So when you roll that 1, celebrate because woo! Or if it's under a 5, and then you got really good insight. Yeah.
And if Glornil got a 3, so that would be maybe a 17, but then he needs to know the modifier, so he can add that to the 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Yeah. Lizzie, he's like, the gaslighting.
Interesting.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we had some in character. We had some in character discussion of after we're we wanted to we were hoping to get a moment away from
you guys can kind of secrete yourselves,
and we had a bit of in character discussion at post getting away from Vanda, because we kind of assumed that we could go outside and talk. And Glorno was basically just warning us all, something's going on here. I'm really suspicious. Keep your guard up, kind of thing. And we all generally agreed, except for Morgan, who was like, "Oh, what? They're so nice."
Also, all I can think of right now is my sister's intense hatred for dentists. So I'm trying not to let that color my sister really doesn't like our dentist. It's a whole thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the strategy plan here? Have you agreed? And is she gonna get you the lumber?
I think we agreed to the deal. We haven't exactly worked out the logistics of how we're going to go about it.
Okay.
But I think we've agreed to the deal.
Cool. Okay, Vanda's okay, great. I'll talk to Rock Harvest. We'll start doing what we can for you. And then I'm usually here. If I'm next. My office is right next door. If I'm not here, come and say hi. I might have a patient hanging out, but we've got good drugs, so they're usually pretty happy in my office. So just come on by. We'll have a chat, and yeah. If you guys take care of this, that'd be amazing.
do have a quick question, just as like a little, as we're walking around and as we're sitting in these taverns and looking around and all that stuff. I want to look at the people's teeth. Like, what are they like? You know, like, is she a good?
Renee, I am fairly confident no one in D&D has ever said, I want a perception roll on everyone's teeth.
I want it. Because is she doing something
that is
weird?
amazing.
Are they weird teeth? She messed with them. Is she just clean? Is she being a normal dentist, or is there something more going on?
Oh, I see. Yeah, is she like crazy dentist or like good dentist?
Is everyone like randomly missing teeth or having teeth
right.
replaced
Or they
with
have like
something?
crazy like scrimshaw. Yeah, okay. I got it.
George
Okay.
Washington
No roll required. This town has the most pristine, amazing teeth you have ever seen. Like even reflecting back Rock Harvest when he showed you his beak, like his beak was like all like clean and trim and like sharp. And no, you're like, oh yeah, Vonda probably knows what she's doing. Maybe she has an appointment slot that you could take advantage of, Frida. And more importantly, get Mogmoth in on, because you're not sure what Mogmoth's dental hygiene is, but it's probably not good.
Perfect. The way Mogmoth is.
Okay, so how do we want to go about this, guys? We got to figure out some way of taking this thing on. Do we go and wait for it to leave its residence and track it somewhere else? Do we just sit and wait for it to walk by and see what happens on the street?
Set Mogmoth up on a corner with a captain. Makes a little extra change while we're waiting if we do that.
Corner? A corner?
Mogmoth deserves a stage.
Well, this thing doesn't kidnap people off of stages. It kidnaps them off the street. So we're kind of limited here.
Go on a corner.
If there wasn't a museum where we needed to be, sure.
What's a Van Gogh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like none of our characters get your reference. We're just like nodding along.
I don't know what a Van Gogh is. Sure, he'll go on a street. It'll Van Gogh on the street.
Oh God.
Okay, so are you guys gonna do like some like traveling show shenanigans with like Morgan doing prestidigitation and Mogmoth playing music and like try to drum up some coin, or are you just gonna like sit on the street and just check out what's happening, or are you gonna go like investigate this thing's house?
I have a horn I could be playing.
Okay, Lorna, we're gonna stop it right there. So about the creature.
Lorna, no one has ever asked you to play your horn on a street corner.
I haven't exactly had a lot of street corners to be hanging out on.
I'm
You never even heard me play a horn?
That is very quickly becoming apparent in this crew.
I suggest that before Glornil withdraws his horn for playing, we inspect the premises of the monster we are to slay.
That sounds reasonable to me.
I would kind of like to get a look at whatever's going on up there. I don't like the idea of experimenting on people against their will, but Lord knows I could use the notes.
Steal their notes?
No,
All right, well,
just read them. Maybe
Fairly
make some copies.
grotesque, but perhaps in line with the overall plan.
Yeah, Morgan, you think if you could get the notes of this thing, if it's been doing like good scientific research and everything, you could probably learn some stuff. Yeah, you could get more proficiency in a relevant skill.
Ooh. Yeah, I want to look at the notes. I really want to look at the notes. I feel bad for wanting it, but I do.
well, let's go scope the place out. How's that? If we get a chance for you to go plagiarize some notes, you can do that.
Hey. It's only plagiarism if you steal from one person. If you steal from more than one person, it's research.
Sure. Is that how you got through your
beautiful.
wizarding school?
Beautiful.
Of course it is.
Okay, you guys finish up your tea. Leave Vonda. You've got a done deal. Following the map that she gave Miradar, you proceed through the streets of the town. The town is a reasonably prosperous one, from what you can tell. Most of the buildings are stone. There are some wood buildings. People on the streets seem reasonably friendly, actually, like even aggressively so. Like everyone's like waving and saying hi to you, very welcoming, even though you're clearly strangers. And you guys proceed along. Are you going to be stealthy at all, or how are you approaching this destination?
In the town, I think we should act normal. That way we can get a more pure sense of if they're planning anything, because they're. But then outside, we should definitely be stealthy.
Like
If
at
we're
the
going
outskirts of town.
Yeah, then we should switch to stealth, because as we get closer to its home field advantage, the more and more uncomfortable I become.
Is it obvious what this town's like what this town is like earning their money
Like
from? Is it like a
economically?
mining town?
Right.
Yeah, what is this town's economic base?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it like a mining town or a
It
production
you don't get
town?
that
Like-
impression. You get the impression that it's probably mostly farms, trading. Given Vonda's status as a dentist, you wouldn't be surprised if there's like medical care that's offered here that's actually kind of high end, and there's like some medical tourism thing going on. It's a little difficult to suss out, but you're like, this is a surprisingly prosperous town for the middle of freaking nowhere in the border far realm.
Okay.
Okay, so again, the Ridley Orr's house is not at the edge of town. It's kind of right smack dab in the middle. You guys are walking down the street. You come upon where Vonda noted it on the map. It's a large 2-story building. It looks like it extends for maybe like a third of a block. It looks like it might be kind of a place that has a courtyard in the middle. Standing outside the front door are 2 creatures and none of you recognize. Both of them are about 2 feet tall. One of them, and they're both they both have like this white, leathery kind of skin. They don't have any clothes on. One of them has 2 legs, no arms, and then a head. You only define it as a head because you see eyes. There's no mouth, and its head forms a sharp point. The other one next to it also has this white leathery skin, 2 legs, and then 2 arms. And I'm going to use that description loosely because they're like these flaps of skin that extend out from it. And it also has like a small like nub that you think is its head, and it has a couple of eyes. Again, no mouth. So these 2 things are like scanning the street. Miradar, spotting them, you're like, oh, you're a goddamn aberration, 100%.
Yeah, and this matches the description that she gave us as well.
Yes, it does. Exactly. Yeah, and seeing these things, they're just like they give you the willies. They're like it seems like they are maybe designed. You wouldn't be surprised, Miradar and Morgan, if these things are like crafted and engineered rather than like born.
Guys, I think these might be some kind of construct.
There's some crazy aberration thing for sure.
They said they were doing experiments on people. Do the people ever come back?
Well, didn't she say it came with this entourage? But I mean, I guess those aren't exclusive. It could come with people because the experiments presumably were happening elsewhere and it came here because they weren't sending people.
Didn't say that entourage was sentient or people.
This matches their description for the entourage for sure. Whatever it is, it gives me the creeps.
Me too.
Are they
you
like
guys gonna-
essentially guarding the door or guarding the
It
entrance?
looks like they're like standing by the door, like guarding it. If you want to approach it, you can interact with them.
Is anyone else very sneaky? And we could take a sneaky peek into his house while the rest of you talk to his guards.
Mirador just kind of like clank, 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 like shoulder shrugs, and you just hear like the armor clanking.
I'm not
I have a-
particularly sneaky, nor am I pretty fast.
I have a +2. That's it.
I'm the opposite of sneaky.
I have half plate armor. Is that one of the ones that gives you like stealth disadvantage?
I can't remember.
They don't have it listed on the sheet, but like I
Yeah.
suddenly.
Morgan, do you have
realized-
any?
Sure.
Morgan, do you have invisibility or silence or anything like that?
Oh, I do. Wait,
I have
have
invisibility, actually.
and I can cast it for free. I don't even need a spell slot. What do I do?
I don't have it prepared though. I don't
Half
think.
plate is
got it.
disadvantage on stealth.
It is okay.
I can cast invisibility on one person.
Perhaps Morgan. They wanted to see what was inside, I believe.
I did.
Do you want to go in there on your own? Because if you're trapped in there,
I'll go with him.
the two of you by yourselves,
I don't want
think that's
to.
a great plan.
I
I'm sure
don't.
Mogmoth has ways of getting out. I'm sure they can get their way out.
I don't want to.
Eric, your nodding does not reassure me.
Why?
Why, Seth?
I'm helping.
When we say way out, we
Zero.
don't mean sweet release of death.
Or whatever the far realm equivalent that's worse. Because as we've said multiple times, dying is not the worst thing that can happen to you out here.
Well,
They could potentially go take a quick look, and do we want to go talk with the guards while they do that, or the guards while they do that? What are we gonna even? Hi, how's the weather? What
I
are we-
don't think we should talk to the guards if we're sending those two in. You know, I think we should wait to see what they find.
Okay, that sounds reasonable to me.
Oh,
We
this
should devise some kind of signal by which we could tell you we're in terrible trouble.
you could yell,
Morgan,
"We're in terrible trouble."
Morgan, don't you have that
But how will
spell
you
that
know
lets
it's
us like
me?
talk to each other?
Yes, I do. Thank you for reminding me, Mirador. All right, so I'll go ahead and cast Rary's telepathic bond as a ritual.
What? What is this? That is so cool.
Yeah, that's that.
We can
Let me-
all
let
talk
me
to
read
each
the
other
let me
over
read the
any
specifics.
distance as long as we're on the same plane telepathically.
Wait, all 5 of us?
It's
Up to 8 willing creatures.
Up to 8 creatures.
I mean, it's a
It's a
fifth level
fifth
spell.
level-
That's
it's a
that's
fifth
pretty
level
legit.
spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
God
also a
damn.
ritual, which means you can cast it without doing the spell slot.
Why don't we just do
Yeah.
this all the time?
That's what I thought I said that at the beginning of this campaign, but
We-
apparently that got missed.
Apparently
Well,
not.
I was saying that,
Apparently, no,
like-
you have not.
We haven't
I
been
said
we haven't
I
been
remember
stupid
that.
enough
ship.
to really
I remember that,
justify
Sam.
spending a 5th level spell slot.
well, you can do it for free. That's the thing. It's a ritual. Like rituals, if you take the
If
extra
you have
10
time,
minutes,
if you have time,
if you have the time, if you
Yeah.
have time, it's
What
free.
an amazing spell.
Okay.
I propose
To
the
that, I
justification of
respond
why we
with,
haven't used it.
remember that I'm still getting used to using a caster.
That's fine. Yeah,
So
I
we
was
all
thinking
hate
like
each
that
other
was how we
too
could
much.
Well, I was gonna
communicate
say
like,
like,
while
oh,
we're
we
on
tried
the
it
ship.
once.
It was chaos. It was horrible.
Yeah, so like,
We're like, we're never
only
putting our
an
thoughts in this kind of
emergency.
canon.
You know,
That's
I could
canon.
see
That's
that.
canon. That's canon. Yes. Love it.
Yeah, we tried casting it that time on the ship, and it was just madness because like people just wouldn't shut up, and there was no way to get them out of your head, and no one could rest.
Mogmoth was freaking out.
Mogmoth's like, oh,
They're in my head again. The ship is veering wildly.
Lorna and Frida were just constantly getting into fights and calling each other like horrible names, like, just increasingly getting more and more offensive to each other.
Yeah, but this is
And
also
we all have to
how
hear that.
Morgan, this is also how Morgan is able to communicate with everybody by just being in the brig, like being in the lab.
Yeah, because that was the idea, is that Morgan could still talk from the lab via the spell.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, that's canon now. That's why we haven't been using it all the time. It's because we just got on each other's nerves too much.
Love it. Okay, and I will cast invisibility on Morgan. You get an hour.
And you cast it on more than one person at your level?
Yes, I could cast it on both of you but I can't cast it for free like I can for this.
Oh, just be Morgan then.
No, I mean I have plenty of 3rd level spells too.
What's that like?
Yeah, I'll cast it as a 3rd level, so I can't use my feat or whatever the heck that usually lets me have it for free. So I'll use one of my 3rd slots. So you both can be in.
Wait, no, I can cast it on myself for free.
Okay, so you can now do that for free. I'll give my spell slot back, and then I will
you
cast it
on you're
you.
casting on Morgan.
Yes.
So they're both invisible, one from Frida, one from Mogmoth, and we all can talk telepathically because of Morgan's ritual.
Amazing. Okay, Mogmoth and Morgan going over the wall. What's your general approach with this?
Can I cast something on them as well, since Mirador hasn't done anything?
Yeah.
Mirador. You know what? Nah, let's just let them handle it. They can handle it. Never mind. They got it. Don't worry.
They're pretty competent. Mogmoth is
be fine.
Mogmoth is. I guess I'm going to use the word surprisingly competent. All right. Yeah. So what's the strategy here, Mogmoth Morgan?
Do we see any can we see each other? We can talk to each other telepathically.
You can talk to each other, but you can't see each other. Yeah.
Oh God. Do we see any open basement windows or
You're looking for some basement access?
Basement access, or if there's any window that looks like it's not into a main room and is left open.
I'm gonna say we're mostly gonna story through this. I'm gonna say you can not get access to the basement without a fight and more of a conflict. I would say you can cruise around the 1st and 2nd story and get kind of an impression of what's going on above ground.
Okay, why don't we cruise around first?
Great. Okay, so first of all, give me stealth checks. Again, roll the dice and give me your bonus, please.
And you get advantage because you're invisible, right? Is that how it works? Or is it disadvantage against perception checks against them?
They get disadvantage on perception checks against them.
My mod is +2 for stealth.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 10.
And I have a +11.
Hot damn.
Holy shit.
But if that is a failure, I will flip my little talisman.
Yeah, roll the talisman.
Mogmoth feels he is being unsneaky, and he adds a 4.
Ooh, okay,
So
great.
that's like a +15 to whatever your roll
and
was.
then Morgan, your roll was
8 + 2 is 10.
8. Okay. Mogmoth, you get the sense that Morgan is making a bit of noise. As you guys kind of cruise around the compound, you see more of these 2-legged creatures. It seems like they often travel in pairs, one of the pointy head ones and one with the arm ones. It looks like they're going on patrol periodically through the building. As you kind of make your way through the various rooms, what are you looking for? I guess what information do you want from this scope?
I definitely want to know more about the experiments that they're doing.
Okay, great. Mogmoth?
Mogmoth is looking if the Radlior is here, and if it can determine
It is not.
anything about its habits or being or anything like
Sure.
that.
Yeah. Okay,
Also,
great.
everyone telepathically hears Mogmoth go, quiet, noisy.
Okay, each of you give me an investigation check, please.
My mod for that is plus 13.
Okay, let me know what you roll.
15 minus 1.
16.
You rolled a 16, and your mod.
Well, I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. And your mod is
plus 13.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, Morgan. You discover basically like some intake forms and some information on the first floor. You understand that the actual experiments are happening in the basement downstairs, but this is where like intake happens and processing. You also find notes about like what sorts of experiments that they want to run. You gather all that information up. It's going to take you some time to like process, but you get some notes, and anything that you're like, oh, this might be missed, you make copies of. So you get some solid information along those lines. And then Mogmoth, remind me what you were looking for.
Anything about like what the Radlior is, its habits.
Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah. You find a room that you think is probably like where it mostly like hangs out and dwells. You think that it basically has a biology, like you think that it eats and sleeps and poops and pees like a normal creature, basically. At the same time, you get the impression that this thing is, you think that it has access to powers and abilities that you don't fully understand, I think is probably the way that Mogmoth processes this.
Does it have like a refrigerator? Do we see where its food is?
Yeah, definitely. You get like a basically inventory of its food. It seems like it just like eats like decaying things, and like it's basically, your impression is that this is like a gross, horrible creature, and that it has like the doors, you think, based on what Vonda told you, shouldn't be able to fit its bulk. So you're guessing that maybe it has the ability to move itself through three-dimensional space. So that's what Mogmoth picks up. This is basically a biological entity, but it seems like it is a powerful creature.
Everyone hears Mogmoth just going like, "Oh, oh."
Okay, so that's you guys casing the joint. You head back over the wall, reconvene with the rest of the. Where were the rest of you while the two of them were hitting the place?
I imagine that we didn't go too far because of something were to happen. We would want to be able to assist,
Yeah.
Okay.
but so
around the corner, around the block, maybe.
Somewhere off to the side where we can kind of hide.
Awesome. Yeah, give me each of you, the three of you, give me a stealth check, please.
Cool. And like Frida has to maintain concentration, so like invisibility. So somewhere.
So, question, since I just established this, that I have
You have disadvantage.
the crappy armor. If we're not moving, does that affect myself?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Still roll
'cause
with
it's-
disadvantage. And yeah, again,
Okay.
tell me your roll plus your.
Okay.
Well,
I
I have disadvantage, but I
one.
rolled the exact same thing twice.
Oh,
So
very
I
nice.
rolled a 6 and a 6.
Okay.
And I have a +0.
Great.
Okay. I rolled a nat 1 and a 17.
Okay.
And my
great.
mod is a +2.
fantastic. You guys are fucking ghosts. Like townspeople pass you by. You're just passing yourselves off as just like normal people in the shadows. Nobody pays you the slightest attention. Okay, Mogmoth, Morgan. In fact, the two of you actually have a harder time finding the rest of the group. Like you're having to use your telepathic bond and be like, okay, where are you guys? Wait, where? You're like, where? You're what corner? And eventually bump into them.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Are they still invisible?
Yep.
Sure.
So we just hear, oh, hey, there you are. Given this is my, like, I'm talking in mentally because I don't know how to convey this. Given that you said, oh, hey, there you are, I'm assuming you're right in front of us. But you remember you're still invisible, right?
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Mogmoth stays invisible. I can only do it once per day.
Frida didn't let it go, so Morgan is also still invisible.
So, and I'm just doing all this mentally, like since we can. I'm sitting here looking like just chill, like nothing's happening, just kind of looking off. But like mentally, I'm chatting with them, like, so like, what did you even find in there? Do we have any information that we need to act on? Or is this like, is the plan still the same? Just find the thing and go after it?
It's horrible and disgusting, and I don't think it follows the laws of physics with regard to doorways and solid objects.
And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the notes that I was trying to get. I just found out that the first couple of floors, that the upstairs part is just for intakes and processing, and the actual experiments are being done in the basement. But I don't like the idea of going down there because, like Mogmoth said, these things are really scary. And based on my assumptions, that's going to be the most guarded part of the place.
So if you guys want to take the time to look over the notes that Morgan grabbed, you could either go back to your ship or go back to the last inn or just find an alley and like hang out for a couple of hours and pass these papers back and forth. So if you want to research, you could do that, or you could try to see where the Red Leor is in town. It's probably cruising around based on what Vonda said. Yeah. So you have more information you could delve out of this.
How valuable do you think those notes are, Morgan? Do you think that'll help us deal with it, or is that something that you would want to look at later after this thing's been dealt with?
I think I really want to look at them now, but I think it would be better for us to deal with the thing first.
Do we just go and find it then?
Yeah, maybe we just wander around and take a look for this thing. Because
okay,
were there more of those little like pointy head things and weird tentacle arm things inside?
Yeah,
there sure were.
Screamed like 7 different occasions.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there were, and I'm not entirely sure how many of them there are.
So maybe we don't want to deal with it where all of those are all at once.
Yeah.
You guys actually got a reasonably accurate count of the ones in the house, Morgan and Mogmoth, and you counted 8 of each. 8 of the pointy-headed ones and 8 of the tentacle-armed ones.
Right. We know that it brings enough with it into the town to constitute army.
Well, either way, dealing with it away from those means less of them. Away from the ones at the house means less of them to deal with.
But dealing with it in the house means less attention to us.
That is true. What do you think? Do we wait on it to return and ambush it there? Or
What
do
you
we go
think,
seek
Captain?
I go with my gut. I think attacking it away from its home is better.
Maybe
Give me
we
the
can get it
advantage
in a
we can
side
get.
street
Perhaps there's
and
a
not.
way we can use the alleyways or something to separate it somehow. At least for a little bit, even for a second.
Yeah, I have a feeling whatever we do, whether it's in a house or not in a house, this is a small town. Word is going to travel
If
of
we
whatever
can,
happens.
if we can like wait for it to go around a corner, and if it's leading the pack, I can separate it from the rest of the army, at least for a bit.
I can actually do that too.
Well, so we have a couple different fail safes. If we watch it for a bit, learn its patterns, learn how
Well,
it
it
walks.
doesn't. It seems to be kind of erratic. I think that was the idea, is it wasn't following patterns.
Well, the
'cause
point
people were
is that
catching
it's
on.
walking through a street, not like a pattern as in a timeline, like how it walks. So
I
if there's
see.
space in between it and the rest of the people, and if it takes corners, how do they take corners? That sort of thing.
Like, so I guess we go out and find it wherever
Yeah.
wherever it wanders.
Because then I can put a wall in between it and the rest. Morgan can apparently do something different.
I can do something similar, actually.
Neat. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head out into Surath. You kind of find a place to just like kind of kick it and settle in. There's a bunch of chairs. There's like an outdoor place where a restaurant is. They kind of come and serve you. And as you are sitting there waiting, you see coming down the street quite a scene. There is this floating, like it reminds you of a Tensor's floating disk, Morgan, but it's like modded to be chair shaped, like a lounge chair. Sitting in this lounge chair is this large creature. It looks basically like a human that's like 8 or 9 feet tall, massive, flabby. It's wearing this like white kind of gown thing over it. And it's looking around the street as if it just owns the place. Underneath this floating chair are a dozen of these creatures that you've seen before, 6 of the pointy-headed ones, 6 of the tentacle arms ones that are just kind of like cruising around, looking around. It looks like they're kind of keeping an eye out, but they're not doing anything actively. And the Ridleyor is kind of looking to the left, looking to the right. Every now and then it passes a person. And the previous sense that you all had of the townspeople being very welcoming and positive and like, oh, hey, travelers, and new people we don't know is gone. You get the sense that the people are terrified. They try to like scramble away as the Ridleyor comes down the street without actually running. That would draw attention to themselves. A lot of them just kind of freeze. Like some of them like step into doorways. You all get the distinct sense of that everybody in town is terrified of this thing. And it's kind of floating down on this massive lounge chair sort of stony structure. It passes the 5 of you. And it like glances your way and doesn't seem to pay much attention to you, and then just kind of floats on.
How long does the telepathy last?
It's 1 hour.
So are we still?
No, this was like 3. This is like 3 or 4
Okay.
hours later. This took some time for you guys to find a place and wait for it to pass by.
Well, then instead of talking in each other's brains, give each other a pointed look and be like, kind of like a, so do we want to do it now type of situation? Like we can get a
How big are
surprise
these
round.
streets?
sorry. The streets are actually surprisingly wide. The streets are about 40, 50 feet wide. The stone lounge chair that it's floating on is probably like 5 feet wide. So yeah, pretty broad expanse.
What if we turned it into a moth and put it in a jar and just released it into outer space? Are there any like bottles on our table?
There's like you guys have been having like drinks and stuff. So there's like a ceramic mug.
Mogmoth's like,
Yeah, I mean you could totally. Yeah, I mean if you got a math.
We have a magazine.
Yeah.
Well, how long would something like that last, Magma?
about an hour.
Could we plausibly get to our ship and get into space in an hour?
Yes, this is the same day, so your ship has not been repaired as far as you know.
But it still flies.
Yeah,
It does still fly,
space,
yes.
You know, just kind of chuck it into a sun or something. I don't know.
Need to get to escape velocity and then boom.
There is also the idea of just dropping a large spell on the lot of them. Morgan's very good at that.
Yeah. I do also like the idea of it just being forcibly thrown into space unknowingly and then just suffocating slowly. It's kind of fun. But
Both of these options sound amenable. We do have to contend with all the little things either way.
Well, maybe we could do half and half.
I think maybe we should just do something really fast because they're actually about to turn the corner.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
So
Let's move before they get too far
whoever's
away.
fastest, do their thing, and we'll make it. We'll just adjust accordingly.
Whoever's fastest sounds like initiative to me.
Surprise initiative.
If only there were some way to
If
determine.
only we could
And are
figure
we
it
all
out.
sitting around? If we're all sitting around a table, presumably we're all getting Miradar's +5 initiative bonus.
Yes. Yeah. So again, please roll the dice and
We
give
can
me your
learn if
bonus.
the gaslighting is true or not based on who goes when.
I mean, you never know. It could be alternating around.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to like.
Maybe there's a
Oh,
table,
I-
a substitution table.
substitution table. I forgot to put what mine is equal to. So my bad.
Yeah, I have no dex bonus, so my only initiative bonus is my like class feature bonus. That's the aura to
Well,
everybody.
you know what? That aura is pretty damn nice.
Yeah, the +5 to everybody is pretty great, I will say. It is Aura of the Sentinel, is what it's called.
I'm the subclass that they're like, you're here to hit stuff hard. Well, why didn't you hit stuff harder? You're not here for the fancy magic stuff or the cool moves. You just want to hit stuff.
Valid. It's valid. It's valid. We all have our.
Which is why I
And
play a barbarian.
Your extra option is to hit stuff more times.
Okay, so we're gonna start the party off with Morgan. So yeah, there's this creature with all its little like little creatures underneath it. What are you doing?
That does look like a. No, I'm not gonna say. No.
I am strongly considering. You know what? Let's start with gravity sinkhole. That's been.
Ooh, what is
That's
that?
been okay. 20-foot radius sphere. Con saving throw. 5d10 force damage.
Nice. All right.
And they get like sucked into the middle of it or something.
Remind me of what level spell that is.
That is 4th level.
4th level. Awesome. All right. You weave your hands to cast gravity sinkhole. Where are you centering this?
I'm centering it on the. What was it called again? The
Ridley Orc?
thingy.
The Ridley Orc,
Ridley
yes.
Okay, great.
Let's
give
just
me-
put it like right under its sedan chair.
Yes, awesome. Give me an Arcana check. Again, roll plus your bonus.
Okay. That's 14 plus 9 bonus is 23.
Okay. You cast your spell, reasonably powerful spell. It does nothing happens. You do not believe that your spell was counterspelled. You are suspicious that there is some protective magic around this creature that is blocking your spell from happening.
Guys, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I just tried to open up a singularity underneath that thing, and as you can see, there's no singularity.
Miradar.
Well, how far away are we from this thing?
It passed you by, so how far away do you want to be?
Could I run up to it
Yes.
and still like make an attack?
Yes.
Okay. Miradar is gonna cast Spirit Guardians and then run over there.
Okay, great. What is presumably indicating all of your allies?
All of my
exempted?
allies to not get
Okay.
hit. Yeah.
Great. And that's an area effect spell.
It's centered on me. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's centered on me.
Okay, great. Give me a Arcana check, please.
I rolled a natural 20 and I have a 4 Arcana.
Okay, great.
Plus
Yeah,
4.
your spell fucking doesn't work.
Does it like not work at all when I cast it? Because I cast it
No,
and then
you
ran over
cast
there.
it. You cast it successfully, and you run up, and
just-
the Spirit Guardians are just not attacking the Ridley or its minions. But you still have. Oh no, that was your action. So
No, that was my action. Yeah.
So no attack. Frida.
Does everyone see those just disappear?
Unless
Or
not
did
unless
they
they're
just?
looking for
they
it.
just- Okay.
Yeah.
So is
They
Miradar
don't know
now
what they're
all
doing.
the way up to the
Yeah,
person?
Miradar
Stop
like
running.
closed to melee. Yeah.
Okay.
You could still do an area effect spell potentially that excludes Miradar if you're clever about it.
I can't. I don't think it's gonna work after seeing two people who are better than magic than me.
Yeah, and especially with Morgan's like, hey, I did a
If
powerful
Morgan
spell, and
failed
nothing
the
happened.
magic thing, I feel like my magic's not gonna make the cut. So what I'm going to do? How far away are they?
We'll call it 30 feet because Miradar was able to run up and do something.
Excellent. So I don't have to. Do I have to? Sorry, I always get confused as throwing weapons. Spear range. IV. Sorry, I always get. So if it says 20, 60, if they're 30 feet away,
have
do I have
disadvantage.
disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's what that means. Okay. Yes. I mean, I gotta do it anyways.
Right?
And you could run up closer and then do it. Right?
Well.
'Cause if they're 30 feet away, you could run 10 feet up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you're
yeah.
20 feet away.
Smart. Yeah, I would have to run up 10 feet, 20 feet away. And then, hold on, where's my, here we go. And then I will throw the spear at, I think we're going to throw it at one of the people holding it, because if they're physically holding it up,
They're not. It's levitating.
it's levitating.
Yes.
I'm
They're
going to hit
underneath
him
it.
and make him,
You're going to hit? Okay,
yeah.
great.
Make him. I feel like he will just leave a couple of his members behind if they die, you know.
Yeah.
So, might as well so that is. I don't know if our attack rolls are also affected.
What did you, well, tell me your roll and your bonus.
I rolled a
Yeah.
6 plus 11.
You rolled a 16 plus 11?
6 plus
Oh,
11.
6 plus 11. Yes. That is a hit.
Yes. Okay, so that is going to be. Oh, hold on. This. It's just a 1d6 for my spear, right?
Yeah.
So, do I need to tell you the same situation for my?
Just tell me the total damage,
Okay.
actually, yeah.
That is 11 piercing damage
Okay.
And then for my reaction, I'm going to catch a ride, and I'm just gonna appear right where I threw my spear. Hello.
Nice.
Am I holding my spear now? Is that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so through the spear, and now Frida like disappears, crackles of lightning, and she's just where her spear is, holding it now with my 2 other attacks. I now attack.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Or I
Yeah,
guess
you're
stabbing
basically
with
like
the spear.
standing over this thing, stabbing its
Yeah.
like flabby white flesh. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. This is fine. Okay, so second attack is, oh man, normally I'm excited, but now I'm scared. A natural 20 plus 11.
That is a miss.
Damn it. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Okay. It hurts. Okay, so a third attack. 16 plus 11.
That is also a miss.
Dang it. Okay, I need dice that normally screw me over. And then
Bring out this cursed dice.
for bonus, yeah, it's Sam, go get your broken ones.
No, those rolled like it skewed towards an 8, which is very middling.
Not useful.
6 was fine. For my bonus action, I will do the polearm master. I just go.
Yep.
That's a 13 plus 11.
That is a hit.
Ooh, and this is just a D4. Here we go. So still okay, all the same. So 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Give me an insight check, Frida.
You know, one thing that I've been considering is if maybe we've got this all wrong and the town's the bad people, and for some reason this is a good person, and we're just like, it's all been manipulated in our minds, and now, it's just something I've been thinking about. 4 plus 4.
You threw your spear, catched a ride, and then tried to stab it, and then smacked it with the butt. This thing took damage. You don't think this thing is accustomed to taking damage. It is surprised that you have hurt it. Okay, that's bad guys, which is not good for you.
But maybe we're the bad guys.
Could be. Could be. Okay, Frida, 3 of the pointy-headed creatures jump up on the floating palanquin and try to stab you with their heads. That's 2 hits. Miradar, the other 3 swarm you and try to stab you.
Like, have we ever seen these guys actually kidnap someone, or are we just being told the tale? Like,
No, I mean, you guys didn't.
I mean, we found the intake forms.
You watched them float by and then attacked them.
I mean, if I kidnap someone, I just gotta say, I'm not filling out intake forms for my victims.
Nice.
No, I kidnapped this one today. Can you sign
Okay.
here? We'll get it notarized. Thank you.
Frida, give me an intelligence saving throw, please. Again, roll plus your bonus.
You do get if you're right. If we're both up there,
Yes,
does she get
you're
my
both
bonus?
right there, yes.
That's a +4.
Okay. I rolled a 5 plus 3 plus 4.
Okay.
Do I need? Was that
Oh,
me
wait,
as
is
well?
it-
And then Miradar, give me 2 of those, please. 2 intelligence saving throws.
Intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 of these
rolled-
things stabbed you.
An 11 and a 4, and my intelligence bonus is +3 total.
You don't get your own bonus? Your
That
own
is with
aura?
my. I have a -1 to intelligence, so that is with my bonus.
Okay. All right. Miradar, you are stunned. Frida, you are fine. Okay. Frida, you take. Sorry, hang on just a second. Okay. Frida, you only got stabbed by 1. You take 15 points of damage. Miradar, you got stabbed by 2. You take 30 points of damage.
Pretty significant.
The Ridleyor is going to take an action. It is, let's see, Frida, you're still standing on its palanquin. It's going to reach out and attempt to grapple you.
Nah.
Go ahead and give me your athletics check, please.
Nah. Okay. Athletics. Okay. I rolled an 8 plus 10.
Okay. Yeah, it reaches out with these flabby arms and like pins your arms to your side and effectively grapples / immobilizes you. And then two of its strapping arm waving creatures hop up and attempt to entangle you. That's a miss. That's a miss. Frida, two of them incredibly miss you. And then there's 4 more of the strappy arm guys.
Wiggling. Keep me on
Actually, nobody else is in range, so they're going to hop up and try to entangle you as well.
I'm wiggling so well.
All right, that's a crit.
Damn.
That's a hit.
I wiggled.
You wiggled into that one.
Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Frida, you are restrained now by one of these creatures, or actually by 2 of these creatures. In addition, you take damage. That was a crit, so that's going to be double. $20 points of damage. And you are restrained. There are still 2 of these creatures underneath the palanquin that are kind of looking for targets. Okay, that's the bad guys. Mogmoth.
Far away is the palanquin?
It's 30 feet away.
Okay. Mogmoth is going to run up to the palanquin.
Okay.
And attempt to Misty Step as a bonus action and teleport 30 feet up onto the palanquin next to the bad guy.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check on this one, Mogmoth.
6 plus -1. 6 -1.
Okay, great. You run up, you cast Misty Step, and you're like, oh, I should disappear here and appear here, right? You do not appear where you expect to appear. You actually appear pretty much right where you started.
Okay.
And on that Arcana check, you sense that this thing has a globe around it that is preventing magical effects from taking place, including Misty Step.
Do I sense, I don't know how to express this, that this globe is single layer or filled in with magic? Like if
You don't think you could pass like through the barrier, kind of like with shields actually on a ship.
So like
you're
if
not
I
going to
got,
run through it and not be subject to its effect.
No, yeah. So you think that the whole? Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So you think that the whole area on that Arcana check, you think that whole area is denying magical effects.
do I think it's impossible to use magic or just difficult?
What was your Arcana check again?
6 plus 6 minus 1.
You're unsure. You know that Misty Step didn't work. You're a pretty accomplished warlock. You think that more powerful spells may be able to have an effect.
Hmm.
You're not sure if you know spells powerful enough to reach this.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, then that just like throws everything into turmoil. And do I? Maybe this is too much to know, but do I get a sense if it's protecting the little white guys too? Is it the palanquin?
Yeah, it seems like an area of effect thing.
Okay. How many are grappling Frida?
2.
2. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm wiggling.
Mogmoth is going to jump up onto the palanquin.
Great. Give me
And-
athletics or acrobatics, please.
Okay. That was a 16 on the die plus 11.
16 on the die plus 11. Yeah, okay, no problem. You grab it, pull up.
Okay, and I am going to sneak attack one of the guys that is grappling Frida.
Oh, sure.
Die, buddy. That is a 2 on the die.
That is a hit.
Okay, that's great. And that does, let's see, a 1. That kind of sucks. So 3, God, sneak attack. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9.
Okay, 9 points of damage. What are you stabbing it with?
I am stabbing it with a rapier.
Got it.
Mogmoth is fencing with it.
Yeah. Okay, you stab it. The thing, kind of wiggles as you pull the rapier out.
We're
Like
all wiggling.
some white goo kind of oozes out of it. It definitely injured it, but not that badly.
Okay, and then I am going to dash away from it. And it cannot take an attack of opportunity against me.
Wow, awesome.
Okay.
Okay, Glornell.
Yeah. I'd like to enter a frenzied rage and
Awesome.
rush up onto that palanquin.
Yeah, great. Give me your athletics.
Okay. Should have advantage. Yeah, advantage on that because raging. Or the strength
Yes,
rage.
advantage, exactly.
Not screwing myself over by rolling with advantage and get a higher number that can translate to a lower number. That is an 8 and a 5 plus 8.
Great, no problem. You make it up, boom.
Yeah. And then I'd like to start wailing on him. So, first attack.
On the Ridley ore?
Yeah.
Great.
First attack is edge. That's a 6 plus 10.
That hits.
Okay. So that hits.
All the damage. Just all the damage.
14 points of damage. Wait, hold on. 17 points of damage.
Okay. Wow. Okay, hang on. Let me do my math. Okay, 17 points of damage. Okay. It maintains its concentration.
Second attack is a nat 20, darn it.
That is a
Plus
miss.
10. Yep. And then my third attack is a 10 plus a 10.
That hits.
18 points of damage.
Nice. All right, you nail this thing. Hack it. Again, it's not accustomed to getting injured.
Wait, actually, I messed something up, and I don't know if you want to change this or not. That third attack is a bonus action, which
Okay.
I had to use to rage, so I should not have had that third attack.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So no damage.
Sorry about that.
Nope. I appreciate you keeping track of it. Okay, great. We're gonna cycle back to the top of the initiative. I think we're gonna continue this next game.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Now the question is, will the gaslighting continue next week?
Ah.
Most certainly.
Never know.
Well, I mean, yes, but will it be
We will
this
know.
form of
but-
gaslighting, or will it be a new form of gaslighting?
Yes. And yeah, you guys intuited that we were inverting dice rolls today.
Woo! That was very cool. I
Never
love
would I
That's
have
super
said I said the words, darn it, it's a nat 20.
I
I know. What do we have, like 4 nat 20s this
We did.
I feel sacrilegious.
Shit.
I rolled one. Who all rolled a nat 20? Raise your hand.
Well, and Sarah's gotten 2 because she had a nat 20 on her attack and on her initiative. One
That's
of
right.
her
Oh.
initiative advantage rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None
So
of
that
us-
was 5 in total across 4 different players.
Overuse
So
my
good.
plus 13 investigation.
Who knows what reality is? Reality is so confusing.
Honestly, I love that part of this game so much.
I know, that was
yes,
fun.
bring
Yeah, it's
on
so
the
good.
gaslighting. So cool. I love figuring it out too. I
I like that we
Yeah.
independently came to the same, like furiously
Yeah.
messaging each other, like,
Yeah, Will
"I think he's
messaged me and
tricking
was like,
us."
Yeah, Will sent me a message and said, "You notice anything weird going about how these rolls are going?"
Yeah, Lizzie messaged me and said,
Is Hoff gaslighting us by calculating our rolls differently based on our roll plus modifier?
yeah.
I will say
I
I
was
didn't quite put it together.
I was like,
I
yeah, I
noticed
don't know
the
what's
weird
going on,
thing
but
of like
something is
if
a
you
little
rolled a low
sus.
5, but
You guys caught on fast. I gotta
We
be
did
honest.
catch on
Like, I was
really
waiting
quick.
until combat for you to figure it out, and you're like,
So,
wait a
the
second.
under
I think you-
a
I
5
think you-
thing, I
That
thought
that
for
may have
Yeah, that
accidentally
was a
given
big-
us a
that
bonus.
threw
So
it
you said,
off,
"Did
yeah.
anyone roll under a 5?"
Well, at
Yeah.
first
That I think may
I
have
was like,
that tipped
That's
us
when
off.
I
But we
realized.
still were like, "Wait, what's going on?"
See, at first
Like,
I thought it was going to be something that was so well known that the only way you couldn't know it is if you rolled so lowly. But then only Morgan.
Ah.
But then
hold
I was
on.
thinking, like, well, maybe like only idiots know about the Ridley
Yeah,
orb.
but that's what I thought. I'm like, you gotta be so dumb in order to know this.
I'm adding that.
then-
I'm adding
Reverse
that.
psychology.
That's a great idea.
But then Glornil rolled that 4 on insight and got a
Yeah.
very good read.
Yeah,
And I
very
was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you even
hmm,
messaged me that exactly. You're like, Laura,
suspicious.
really low roll.
That
but
was
that's
when
a
I-
specific result.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will is messaging me back and forth like, maybe this is some of that DM gaslighting we talked about. I'm like, I'm pretty sure our dice rolls are reversed. Like we put it, I had put it together at that point. I'm
That's
like,
funny. And poor
hmm.
Sarah's over here like, nat 20.
No,
Yeah, I know.
I,
Right?
just, okay, I will note I was distracted on my own of my own series about like not what's going
What
on
was
with like the
going
weird
on.
dice rolls and the glass sliding, but what I think might be going on with Vonda.
Big picture of like
Vonda.
what we're being
I've got
led
something
into.
I don't know that I want to bring it up until like we finish this arc, but like I have my suspicions and like some I'm not quite sure of anymore. And there's a few moments where I'm like, it's gonna be revealed like this is what's going on, but we'll see.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Very
this
exciting.
is great fun.
So I was
Yes.
distracted by putting those pieces together.
Yeah, this is
There are
great.
many pieces. Many pieces.
Also, I absolutely love our like not retcon, but filling in the back details of like why we don't
That's
cast
so
that telepathic
fun.
spell anymore.
Why we don't ever
Like
do
unless
that again.
unless we have a really good reason to, like if we have a really good reason and we really need it, we can totally do it. But like unless we need to, it's just too irritating and we all get in
Yeah.
each other's
We
like
Or maybe
tried
we
it, we
can
know better now.
sustain it for like 5 minutes, but much longer than that. We're like, ah!
I
beautiful.
absolutely love that. And that 100% needs to be canon now.
Yes. Oh, it's old. Yeah, unquestionable.
Yeah.
And also, Renee and I have been wanting to do just like a Glornal Frida fight,
been
like
talking
just
about
for
it.
the heck of it. And like this would be the perfect, explanation.
Yes, like Thor and the Hulk in Ragnarok. Yes.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, Mirador also definitely set up like a combat training area on the second cargo level of the ship. Like that, I've already
We're
messaged
having a
Eric about.
session
So like,
just for in-team
there's
fighting.
sparring. Like we have a sparring area for sure. Like that's already there.
Lornell, we're gonna settle this finally.
I love that we
On.
never actually get in big fights, but the dysfunctionality is still so clearly there. Like
Yeah.
there's no obvious friction, but it's clear something's wrong between us.
Yeah.
Maybe we need some histrionic therapy.
Also, with everyone loving Mogmoth, like
Yes.
the thing that Sarah posted in our Discord with the like, except you, Mogmoth, you're a treasure.
You're a treasure, and we're glad you're
We're
here.
glad you're here.
I was telling Hop, I don't think I could ever have made this character. Like I'm just not creative in that way. But it's probably the most fun character I've ever played.
This is such a
I
fun
love
character.
Mogmoth.
It was awesome.
I'm
so
so
good.
glad that Mogmoth made the jump from NPC to playable character.
Yes. Oh,
That
when
was
Hoff-
such
when
a
Hoff
fun
was
one.
like, would anyone be interested in playing this? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, well, I remember like
It dawned on me that Mogmoth is actually, if Mogmoth was the same level that he was when we started, he outclassed all of the
I-
Dolezal.
I was telling Hoff,
Yeah, no, I thought
okay,
about that.
So he has Misty Step, Misty Escape,
Oh,
and
bitch, it helps
Dimension
it all.
Door. Like, if he was really trapped by the mind flayers, and like sitting on the ground.
It's just
in
not that bright.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that when I put when I was building that character
like the
sheet. I was like, he's got so many teleport powers, and yet he's like locked in this cell. Like,
It's like the sheep that are
Why
facing
can't
the
this
3
guy-
walls with the wall open behind them.
Oh, who knows what the fuck those mind flayers did do?
That's true.
all of them.
And like when we busted him out as the Dolezals, and we were like, he's like, "Give me a weapon. I need something to fight." And like, and we like pity gave him a dagger. We're like, here you
And then
go.
you were like, you go, Mogmoth. And he was just like, all right.
It's like, Magma, you could have been casting all these spells on it, but
Been doing so many things.
you're like, here, have a dagger.
He was just tired. He was so sleepy.
He
They
was,
were
I mean,
training
he
his
was
magic every day.
mentally battered down
He was
by
addled.
Yeah.
he's mentally battered down by the mind flayers.
Yeah.
He's a
But,
different man today.
Yes. But when we first met Mogmoth and we were in that middle of the game, you're like, if he ever becomes an NPC, or a PC, I want to play him. And then when
I remember you
Eric
saying
sent
that.
Did I
out
really
the
say that?
email, yeah,
You
you
did-
did.
you
You straight
did.
up said that. It's like, I
Like
called
in the
dibs
game,
on
you were like, if
Mogmoth.
it's ever a game, I call dibs on Mogmoth.
That's funny.
And so when the email
Like you
came out, I
actually
was like,
said that.
No. Sam and I had a conversation too. We were like, no one better claim Mogmoth.
I was
That
like,
is
people
for
better not claim Mogmoth because Lizzie
That
already
is for
claimed that.
Lizzie. No one
Because
else
like you
can
had claimed
have
it
him.
in
Like,
session 2
we
of the
had a whole
or-
conversation about
in our
it.
second
We're like,
version
no
of
one
that.
can call for Mogmoth.
That's really
No one.
funny.
Yeah, so we were like, people better
I
not
love
claim that because
Mogmoth.
Lizzie already had that one and she is perfect for that role.
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I got our M names mixed up, and I meant
Oh no.
I meant to ask to play Mirador
Mogmoth that would have been.
because I've always wanted
Oh, no,
to play a
Mirador.
No,
paladin.
Mirador that would have been.
A Mirador.
Oh,
But then
you've
when I
gotta-
realized what I'd done after Eric sent me the email back, I was like, "Fuck it."
Oh man, so many M's. Yeah, I had asked for Frida or Morgan, but ultimately, like, I'm not for anybody.
I love
Also,
Sarah
I love
as
Will-
Glornell.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah, you've done a great Glornell.
Like not having
Well, I
played
think
in
by
the
the
original
time, like-
Glornell game.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
Sarah was a
Yeah, that was my only
first
option. Like by the
alternate
time
for
it got around to
Glornell.
me.
yeah.
I've missed playing a barbarian, to be honest, because like in the other
Yeah.
long running campaign, I was a barbarian for a little bit, and then like swapped to a cleric.
And
'cause,
you know
like,
what?
Story
Fuck, I
reasons,
want
and we needed a
this. No,
healer,
no.
and we went overboard, and like now everyone has at least
Now
everyone's
everyone's
a healer.
abilities because like we spent the first arc like with no healing, and we're like,
Well, now we all are
Um,
healers.
But I miss
Now we're
playing a
all-
barbarian, just going nuts.
But I
So.
like that we're all healers, and our DM for that one has our healing feel like different things, and so that's pretty cool because we're all different. Like the way that our healing comes from is very neat. But
I
yeah,
really want to make one of those. I really want to make a Twilight Domain cleric from Tasha's.
Super strong.
that'd be
Super
cool.
strong.
The way
Also,
Also,
He's
great
cauldron.
job, Will,
Win.
playing into Morgan's flaws this time. Will sent me a message. It was like, Morgan's flaws are that she trusts too easily and can't keep a secret.
Oh, you were so
I
good.
could tell you were leaning into something.
That's why I was nudging Frida. I was gonna tell her when we got outside. I can't keep a secret. So if I start saying something about how Vonda sent us, just like punch me or something.
Because
I know you look-
those are Morgan's flaws. Too trusting and can't keep a secret.
Yeah, you were so.
I knew
good
something
at
was up.
that.
I was like, wow, Morgan is, Will is playing into something. Something we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good.
Mhm.
A+ jumping.
it.
Everyone has done such an amazing job just leaning into their characters in this group. Like so
Mhm.
great.
It's funny. I found it.
just
I
have to
found it
be
way
annoyed at
easier.
you all. Ultimately, like honestly, I feel like that's the only emotion I have to bring forth, except for Mogmoth.
It's funny. Sometimes I find it easier to lean into the characters that Eric has assigned me than the
100%.
one that I made for myself.
100%. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I'm trying to decide if
I
that's
think,
true.
I think it allows you to take like bigger swings.
Mm.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's because the vignettes are the same way. Like I am
Yeah.
every vignette for the White Star game. I'm like, Jesus, you guys like knocked it out of the
Like
park.
Ben's Augerfort
Oh my god.
so
was
good.
just spectacular. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
just absolutely spectacular.
I still
And
smile.
like
whenever I
Lizzie,
think
your
about that.
your portrayal of whatever mystery
Mystery
Pandora.
Pandora.
Yes,
It's
oh,
just-
I love
Really
Lizzie's
good.
mystery.
Creepy.
Oh,
So
so good.
Creepy. Love it.
Yeah,
I also think
love
we're
I
like,
love getting to do the vignette characters.
We
I
don't
also
often
think-
get to play villainous or otherwise shady characters.
Well, I don't know, man. Our White Stars are kind of going that way.
or characters with an inherent trust in their own capabilities. Like
Valid.
when I play Mystery,
That's
I'm
true.
not worried
That's
that
a
I'm not going to
very
be
good
able to
point.
back it up. Like I just
Yeah, you're
act
like,
how
I can
want
back
to
up what I
act.
say.
That's a very
Yeah.
good point.
But then I
That's very
also
good.
like in this group, especially with us like leaning into like not the worst parts of our characters, but like flaws and
the distinct
quirks.
flaws.
Like I think we foster a really good group for feeling like we can do that.
Yeah.
Like the group
Yeah.
is very
Mhm.
appreciative of it and doesn't like shut it down at all. And I think that makes
Yeah.
a big difference too.
I'm really glad that, like, to go along with that people in our games don't want overpowered success all the time. Like, we're okay with real.
Yes, you've got to fail for it to mean something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
like the White
most
Star
fun.
game totally took such a turn when we lost Kita.
Yeah,
Like it was a very different game right up until that episode, and then the
Mhm.
stakes just skyrocketed for everyone, and it brought out so
Yeah.
much in everybody's character too.
yeah.
Yeah, and right before that game, Ben posted something in the Discord about how a hero is only as good as the trials they go through.
Yeah. So it's very
Yeah.
interesting.
And then
I'm
we
so
lost
intrigued
a
to
fan
see-
favorite.
And then we went
character.
through a trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
By the way-
put a video in chat after this. That's like it's just a snippet from a longer video, but they're talking about like it's a guy who's basically like these aren't here to make you good at stuff. These are failure generators.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're for. Like that's
That's
I mean that is
true.
their
Because if we
purpose.
narrated it, we would succeed all the time.
Right.
Exactly.
The whole point of these is not to make you good at stuff. These are failure generators.
100%. That's brilliant.
And that's why I like
Yeah.
in Pi Squared how we're forced to have a low, at least one low, what are they called? Attribute? What are they
Yeah,
called?
attribute
Yeah.
scores.
Like I like that because it makes sure
They're just so bad in Pi Squared. You're just like
They're terrible.
totally- yeah.
Yeah, the 6
No.
strength and the
Oh,
and
gosh.
Lizzie, didn't your character have like a 4,
A 4
strength?
strength. Yeah, she had a 20 charisma and a 4 strength.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like I like that and being like honestly my character from Pi well actually Jade's isn't that bad but like
In Pi Square, did you have the thing where you had to climb the rope out of the valley of armadillo things?
excuse me now?
Yeah, the spiders.
climbed-
The
we
spiders.
climbed a rope
The
out of spiders.
Uh-huh.
We
Yeah.
set up
Yeah.
we like set up a rope ahead of time to like help us
Yeah.
with that.
And I had
like-
climbing equipment, so like
Yeah.
that.
We like
Have
had
a
climbing
pin.
equipment and set up stuff in
Like-
advance, and then
They-
like
They
had no
almost
problem.
lost. They almost lost Nikolai in that. Like he was like this close to death,
Okay,
like
so the
100% dead.
druid, the druid is
we
like,
had
just
0
run
issues.
and climb the rope. And our like 60-year-old scientist was like, I think I'm gonna die. And meanwhile, my character with the 4 strength was like trying to just like sweating bullets and like, I think we'll be fine.
By the way,
Yeah,
Eric.
Funny
you'll
enough, we
appreciate
all
this
have.
especially.
I think. Did we like all have negative strength in that game, or at that point in time? Did we all have negative strength? I think we did.
I know I do. I
So-
don't.
I
know
think
what-
our entire party had a negative strength modifier, and
pretty
every
sure.
single person passed that check first try.
Hell yeah.
No, we didn't
Like,
really
we
go on that. I
all
thought.
Aced that.
We're a bunch of like supernatural, like investigative geeks.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, why would
none
you
of
have
us go
that?
down.
Meanwhile, I think Carol had like known about this for like a day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Carol,
Will-
like
Will, what
Sarah's
did you
character
say?
in that is like recently
Yeah.
awakened.
So I saw this TikTok recently from a profile called D&D Therapist, and this
Oh,
woman,
yeah.
this woman was outside. This woman was like on the sidewalk out by her house, taking one of those really big bags of dice, like you get at stores, and just purposely dropping them behind her and going, "Oh, I sure hope a D&D group that cares more about role play than combat doesn't find this trail and come to my house."
Oh
Oh
god.
my god. But the
It
whole,
would
the
work.
whole
It would
attribute
work.
thing, the whole attribute thing is like a very Matt Colville tip, where he's like the most interesting characters are the ones that don't have amazing
Yeah.
attributes and everything, right? Like you've got to have some weaknesses to play off of.
It's so
when,
nice.
when I was trying to invite my friend Tim to play in the games, him and his wife, I was like, hey, like I have this DM and he runs these really great games and he's always starting new ones. And I was thinking that like we definitely treat our DMs like dealers. And people are like, do you know anyone starting a game? Do you have like, do you know like a good DM with like a reliable game that I could like get in on?
You're right.
And like when you haven't played a game for a while and you're like, do you play in a game? Do you have a spot in your game?
That's so accurate.
And I like went to Tim and Sarah and I found like a good one. And he like runs these games. We've been doing it for like a
I've
year.
never thought of it in those terms, but
But
you're
it's
100%
so
right. I've never thought about it like that, but you're so on point.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Bye.
Yeah,
I
thanks
gotta
for the
go.
game. Bye.
good
See you
night.
next
Sounds
week.
like
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.